He's second up here. He's got the blinkers on for the first time.
Yeah, he was first up for 34 weeks when placing here at Kembla last start on the heavy track over the 1,000 metres. He was very slow away, but he hit the line okay. It's always hard to get a guide on a horse that runs on in a small field, but he will strip a lot fitter today, and I think he's one of the main chances.
4, Bullet Rider for Peter and Paul Snowden, first up from a 4-month break. Adrian Late rides. He's been gelded.
He's been safely held in his 2 runs at Kembla and Hawkesbury, but as you've pointed out, it's been gelded over the break, and I thought he was good winning a recent Roselle trial. He showed a bit of speed that day, tracked the leaders, got out and showed a good change-up of speed, so he might be ready to improve.
5, Willinga Panache. Chris Waller, Keegan Latham replacing Christian Reith here. First up from an 8-month break. Had 3 trials into this run.
Yeah, she's a nice filly. She's been placed 2 of 4 overall, and I think she'll definitely win races. I'm hoping she can open an account here this afternoon. I think the trials will have her in good shape for this first up hit out. I think she'll probably prefer more than the 1,200 metres in time, but she's got a soft draw. Hopefully she's within striking distance turning for home.
Horse number 6, lovely style of filly. Lady Bon is her name. She's by Snitzel. She's having her first start. Gerald Ryan, Sterling Alexiou and Andrew Gibbons replaces Chad Lever.
Yeah, her trials have been mixed. She's put in a couple of decent trial efforts from time to time, one of which was when placing 3rd behind Willinga Panache. One of her rivals here today showed speed that particular afternoon and was run down by the favourite.
7's out. 8, Poseidon Jewel. Kerry Parker, Winona Costin. Her first start as well. A filly by Real Impact. Talking to Kerry earlier on, he said she just might need a little further. Yeah, that was the impression I got too from her 2 trials to date. She's by Real Impact, and she strikes me as more of a miler. Okay, 9's out. Horse number 10 is Vitesse Noir. Joe Pride, Alicia Collett, another one having her first start, also by Real Impact. Yeah, another one that fits into the same category as Poseidon Jewel. I think if you're in the ownership of her, you'd just like to see her get back, find her feet and really hit the line. She's going to really improve once she gets out over ground. Sheer Treasure is horse number 11, Michael Wayne John Hawkes. Mitchell Bell takes the ride. She's first up from a 7-month break. She's been in the market at both of her career starts at Moonee Valley and Canterbury and hasn't done a great deal. The 2 trials leading in haven't exactly grabbed me, but she is from a strong yard. 13, She Will Bring for Mark Newnham and Tyler Schiller. Needs to lift off what she's shown us in 2 starts to date. Finished down the track at Nowra behind Linden Tree last start. Willie Wilson, number 14, a local. He's a 5-year-old, still trying to win his maiden. Gwenda Markwell, Matty Waters. Yeah, he's been at the Cape a little while now. He has been placed 7 of 20 overall, but only one of those placings was here at Kembla from 8 attempts. And Azrak, horse number 15, James Cummings, Godolphin and Christian Reith. She featured in the Stewards Report a couple of times there last start at Newcastle when beaten 4.5 lengths by Sparky Girl. She boxed on okay. She's going to get every chance from the inside gate. Okay, runners arriving at the start, 90 seconds away, race number 3. Mick, your late mail numbers. I'll go for 5, 4, 6 and 3, putting Willinga Panache on top. What she's shown us so far on the racetrack suggests she's got ability. She's got 2 Canterbury placings from 4 career starts, and she's had a good grounding, a number of trials leading into this. A little bit concerned with the way she's just getting a little bit hot under the collar as she makes her way down to the gates there. But she's got that soft draw, and I'm just hoping she can posse up midfield, or even a little bit closer would be ideal, and I think she'll be hard to beat. We'll put the 4 in for second. One of the market movers, Bullet Rider, has been gelded. The Rosehill trial win recently was very good. 6, Lady Bonds, put in some good trial performances, is nicely bred, and 3, Zoe Perfect can build off the placing here at Kembla Grange first up from a spell. 5, 4, 6 and 3. Number 4, as Mick mentioned, it's been the mover in terms of tab fixed odds. Bullet Rider is his name. Peter and Paul Snowden resuming. He's been $4.40 into $3.30. So number 4, best backed runner. Willinga Panache has gone the other way, $2.80 out to $3.70. Zoe Perfect, $9.50 opened up today. Got out to as much as $12. Back to $7.50. Lady Bon, $5.50 to $7.50. Azrak, no money here, $5.50 to $11. It's doubled its price. And She Will Bring, number 13, $18 into $12. So number 4, Bullet Rider, without a doubt, has been the best backed runner A couple of trials. First one ridden back, not asked to do a lot, and then it was pretty cosy recently at Randwick, wasn't it? Mick up outside the leader and did the job pretty stylishly, and he's a big lump of a horse, so always a big call to make with these colts to geld them, but it might be the making of him.
It could well be the making of him going off the recent trial win. He's got a middle draw here, a little bit unsure as to where he'd get to in the run. He's got back there his last couple of starts after not beginning all that cleanly, but maybe with a new attitude today, he might race a little keener and be closer to the speed.
He had the hood on in the mounting yard, but they've just removed that once they got around to the gates. That's him on screen with the red and white jacket. He's nice and relaxed. He's quite a big, heavy set sort of a horse, so was probably the only option left with him to geld him and give himself every chance anyway. So he's at $3.20, and he is the favourite. Willinga Panache out to $3.90, and Zoe Perfect at $7.
Isn't she a looker? Sheer Treasure, horse number 11, a chestnut with a blonde blaze and blonde tail.
Oh, she's a beauty with that big white blaze there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, you can't miss her at all, and she'd have her fans for sure. For those watching at home, that and there'd be plenty of people that just watch at home and just have a look at them and see which one sort of jumps off the screen at them. And
yeah,
he absolutely has got that big flashy white blaze. So that's Sheer Treasure is her name. Horse number 11. Actually, they had a horse run last night. Michael Wayne and John Hawkes. It was a black book I wanted to put down. A horse called Military Parade.
Okay.
For those watching at home, put that one in your black book. Military Parade is his name. He'll be winning a maiden very, very shortly. He was excellent having his first start last night. Just speaking about the Hawks team there. All right, 3:20 about this favourite Bullet Rider. Let's get to Mitchy Manners to call them home for the third at Kembla.
5 coming up now. Here's Bullet Rider coming forward. So Bullet Rider has gone up into the gates. 320 Bullet Rider. $3.90 Willinga Panache. $7 Zoe Perfect. Thanks to the boys downstairs, Manto and Mick. So just the last two coming up. Vitesse Noir, filly by Real Impact on debut, and Sheer Treasure. Almost ready. Third race. Denny Beasley maiden. So last of them coming up. Going 1,200. Red lights. Gates are back. They're off and racing. Zoe Perfect tardy away from the stalls. Missed it about a length and a half today. Poseidon Jewel bounced well with Bullet Rider up on its outside, and Lady Bond will travel up into third. Azrak just off those with Willinga Panache, and then followed 8 and a bet 3 deep into that first corner. 2 lengths away next to Willie Wilson, then Zoe Perfect. Another 3 back next to She Will Bring third to last, and then Vitesse Noir and Sheer Treasure last. Poseidon Jewel in a well spread out field leads 3 quarters. Bullet Rider 2 lengths away. Lady Bond third at the 600. Azrak fourth the rail. 8 and a bet's been wide. Then Willinga Panache midfield before the quarter. On its inside next to Zoe Perfect. Then followed by She Will Bring. Willie Wilson up towards the home corner. Vitesse Noir and Sheer Treasure. Bullet Rider hit the front now from Poseidon Jewel. Azrak into the clear. In Aiden a bet, Willie Wilson. Out deeper, Willinga Panache and Sheer Treasure. Then Zoe Perfect. Bullet Rider left in front of Fairway out. 125 to go. Willie Wilson's challenging laid out wider. But it's Bullet Rider clear. Willie Wilson runs to second but runs out of time. Bullet Rider beat Willie Wilson. There's a stack of them there for third. Sheer Treasure the outside. Willinga Panache. And back to the far side, Aiden a bet and Azrak. Then followed Poseidon Jewel. Next in was She Will Bring. Vitesse Noir, Lady Bond, and Zoe Perfect never came on.
4, 14, 11 should be the numbers. 4, 14, 11, and it's a photo for fourth as well between numbers 5 and 2. But Bullet Rider does a great job there. First up, hadn't raced for quite some time. He's been gelded. That might be the making of him. He chased a hot speed when you consider that the leader has compounded and finished well back in the field. He was left in front, a long way from home, but he was very strong. Poor old Willie Wilson runs into another placing. There is a win there soon. Third will be horse number 11.
Very good ability early on as a 2-year-old and just didn't train on. She had a flat prep last time. There was indications with that trial she may have come back better this prep, so I'm a little wary of her.
Yeah, look, I think that I'm happy to just watch her go around today. She's getting quite warm, and I wouldn't suggest that she's come on a lot from last preparation. So let's have a look at her, see how she performs today, and we'll assess her afterwards.
Okay, we go to 4. Last start winner, Rocketing By. David Pfeiffer, Hugh Bowman.
I like this colt. I know he only won I'd have to say a rubbish Class 1 at Nowra last time, but he won with his head on his chest. He's always been work in progress. I would have liked to have seen a little bit more pressure up front here, and if there was, I would have had him top pick, but I still think he's a danger.
Yeah, he looks fantastic. He's not overly big or overly strong or robust, I should say, but he's certainly, for his size, he's very athletic looking. He's presenting in pretty much his top condition today. I know that was only a narrow win last start, but he still did it, as Ronnie said, with authority, and he's backing it up with a really nice parade today, so he should run right up to his looks.
Down to 5. Here is the favourite first up, Rule of Law. Peter and Paul Snowden, Karen McAvoy.
Yeah, I'd suggest a worthy favourite too. He's a nice colt. He's had 140 days off, good grounding with 2 very good trials. Form around him last prep is outstanding. He beat Exaboom in the maiden, and there's been 5 winners out of that race. Went to his Class 1 at Gosford, toyed with them by 3.5 lengths, and there's been 4 winners out of that race. So all things point to him taking control up front here and hard to run down.
Yeah, exactly. Look, he's